everyone, it is Sam here, and we are in the kitchen chatting about salad. Who loves salad? This girl right here. I was vegetarian for a lot of time, and during that time, my first, 10 years of being a vegetarian, I didn't eat a lot of vegetables, and y'all, the only way I was eating them is if they were covered in light ranch dressing. That is right, I was a light ranch dressing lover. And I was selling myself short, y'all. So before we get into our discussion today, thank you so much for joining us. If you're catching the replay, thank you. Please share this if it's helpful. My name is Samantha Rowland. I am the creator of Bites of Wellness. All the recipes you see today are on our website. I am a personal trainer, I am a nutrition coach, and I'm also a faster way to fat loss coach. And I am trying to make healthy eating and cooking not so overwhelming. So for all of you ladies out there that love a good salad and you are like a crutch to like the light dressing, or you tend to be really worried about how much fat is in dressing so you kind of avoid it, or let me tell you about what I did in college. I used to just pour vinegar over my salad and be like, oh, it's fine. Y'all, that is not fine. That is not the best way to get proper nutrient absorption, and you are legit selling yourself short. That is why you're hungry 10 minutes later. That is why your teeth kind of hurt a little bit and you don't really enjoy your salad too, because way too much vinegar in that. So we are going to talk today about 4 super simple recipes that you can literally throw together anytime. But here's the tip. Don't miss this part, y'all. This takes so little time that I want this to become part of your meal prep on Sundays. Buy some of these really cool shaker cups that have the screw-on lids. They seal, and you can literally shake them up and put them in the fridge. And then every single day you can decide, okay, I've got, and just write on the top on a piece of tape what kind of dressing is in there. This is going to change the game. This way you're not constantly buying fake dressing. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. I cannot stand when people pick up dressing, they don't look at the ingredient list, or they turn it over to look at the calories in it because they're like, oh, how much of this can I pile on my salad to make it kind of taste good? And if it's the light stuff or fat-free, all that is sugar and gum and fake stuff. You are literally eating a chemical crap storm when you're eating that. Now, there are some decent brands on the market that have more fuller fat. I'm going to tell you right now, if you want ranch, Primal Kitchen, Caesar, Primal Kitchen, I'm not even going to touch those today. Y'all, super simple. Go to Thrive Market, pick those up. Easy peasy. The Tessame brand is really good too. Part of the reason why I cannot stand if it's the full fat kind is because they are using oil a lot of the times in there that has been shown to be inflammatory. And if you have been watching any of our things on gut health, you know that one of the easiest ways to reduce your waist size is to cut out things that are inflammatory to you, which also means inflammatory oils like canola oil, soybean oil. And if you turn over most of the containers of dressing, they're gonna have one of those 2 things in them. And you are pouring that all over your salad. Y'all, fat is the basis of your cells. So every single cell needs dietary fat that you consume as the basis. And Dave wrote an ebook not too long ago, a couple years ago, and he said, it blew my mind. Would you buy a house that you knew was built with below grade materials? Or would you pay extra to know that the house that you are living in, protecting your family in, was built with top of the line materials? That's kind of the way that I look at food now. It is building my body. And if I'm going to go substandard and pay substandard prices, right, then I'm going to feel substandard. And what the heck is the point of that? So to cut some of the cost in what it might cost to always buy some of these fancier dressings that are made with, the good kind of oils and the good ingredients, I'm going to show you how to make some stuff at home. So we're going to dive right in. So again, shaker cup, Easy peasy. Y'all, I wrote these down. These are all different recipes. So if you go to Bites of Wellness and you just type in salad, there's a ton of salads there. I'm making Greek dressing first because I love Greek dressing. It's so easy. Now this dressing is super versatile because it is easy to put on your salad, but it's also really good as a base for marinating your vegetables in. So this is red wine vinegar just from Trader Joe's. Another heads up, check your ingredients always when you're getting things like vinegar. Make sure they're not adding a ton of sugar in there too. So that was 1.5 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. I'm gonna use a flavored olive oil tonight, but you could just use regular olive oil, or another good option is avocado oil. So we keep a big jar of this at the house too. So those are both great options. I wouldn't do like coconut oil in here simply because coconut oil tends to harden up in the fridge. So leave that for your cooking. So I'm gonna do 1/2 tablespoon. Now, maybe this is from my college days, but I tend to like my salad dressings to be 2 parts vinegar to 1 part oil. Where most people, when they write a dressing recipe, it's 1 to 1 or even 2 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. So that already is cutting down a ton of the calories without losing the quality of having good, healthy fats. Now this is just for 1 person, the serving. So if you're making this for lots of people, you can always double or triple it. The nice part is that it's super simple. You literally put it in a shaker cup. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, easy. And then I'm taking the cheater route today. I'm using Wild Tree Tzatziki blend. So it's like Greek dressing pretty much in a can, in a jar. So I'm gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon. It's got like dill and oregano and all the stuff that you love about Greek food in there. So simple. I'm just gonna pinch, I'm not really gonna measure that, some salt. And then we are just gonna go, like I said, guys, this is how easy your salad dressing can be. Couple ingredients, shake, 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 and you have dressing. It's combined up. Right before you have it, you shake it up again. You can taste this. If it is too strong for you, you can add water to this. Most of my recipes online say add some water as well if you need to. So you guys can see that's full of lots of yummy flavors. And if you make this on Sunday, the seasoning, the herbs in there will just continue to make this more and more permeable. So that's Greek dressing in a minute, okay? Super simple. The next thing we're gonna move on to is a super simple balsamic vinegar, okay? Because I know everybody loves that too. So we're gonna do 2 parts oil. I think I'm gonna do avocado oil for this one. So 2 parts oil to 2 parts vinegar. Again, super simple. I know that, you know, the idea of making all of your food at home can get to be really overwhelming, but guys, this is easy. This is the stuff you could have your kids help you with because it's so simple. It's just measuring and shaking. How much fun would they have once it's sealed, shaking this up for you, and then knowing that they helped you make salad dressing? They would be so much more on like, okay, I want to try that. I made that, right? And you could easily change this up for whatever you love. So I'm going to show you in the next recipe. So that was 2 parts olive oil to 4 parts just balsamic vinegar. Y'all, when I was doing the healthy dish, I learned that not all balsamic vinegar is the same. You really want to make sure you turn it over and read the ingredients and just make sure that they're not including any caramel coloring or extra sugars in here because you don't need any of that. Again, we're trying to not disrupt our hormones and not make our inflammation levels spike up. So trying to keep all the natural ingredients is important. So I just grabbed that from Trader Joe's. So 2 parts oil, 4 parts vinegar. So 1 and 2, we're gonna do a little bit of garlic powder. Again, you guys, I'm a simple chef. I want this to be accessible to you, something easy. So 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're gonna do some Mediterranean seasoning today. So just because you could do Italian seasoning, you could do whatever you loved, honestly. I like the Mediterranean seasoning from Wild Tree, and since we have it, I use it. It's so good if you haven't tried it before. And then this one does actually take some water with it too. So we got the Berkey here. Y'all are probably like, what's a Berkey? This is our water filter. All right, so again, you guys see this is, it looks like the oil and vinegar is just kind of chilling there. And I'll give you a tip if it doesn't. So again, close it up, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And that quickly you have a really good, easy balsamic. And you can see no longer is the oil sitting on the top. If you find that you are having trouble and you cannot get your balsamic to emulsify, grab some mustard. You can use this more of a whole grain mustard, or you can use just a Dijon mustard, probably the best two options. Throw that in. This actually adds a ton of flavor. It adds some good salt. And you can throw this in and it's gonna emulsify even more, which just means that the oil and vinegar kind of combine together. And remember, this has some water in it too. But now you've got a good couple of servings of balsamic vinegar. Did not have to pay the crazy prices in the store, and you know the ingredients are solid, so you don't have to worry about this. All right, we're gonna move on to my favorite, legit favorite dressing of all time. I make this like 3 times a week, so. All right. Tahini, y'all, as long as you don't have sesame seed allergy, this is it. This is the stuff. You could also use almond butter in this recipe, or you can use sunflower seed butter if you have an allergy to tahini or almonds or anything like that. You want to get the stuff that's like drippy, okay? If it's not drippy, stir it up really good. You're going to want to do a tablespoon of tahini. I'm going to have this for dinner tonight. It's so good. All right. So let's do, I'm going to cut this recipe in half. Actually, it'll be fine. 3 tablespoons of tahini. This makes a lot of dressing. So this is for a full salad. This would be for like the whole family. And then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of balsamic as well. So the thing that I love about this is that you can use any dressing that you love. So for me today, it's just going to be balsamic. It's easy. That tends to be a really easy palate. It's a little bit sweeter, but I really like coconut vinegar, and I know the vinegar shop in Austin that we used to go to has like flavored balsamic. That would be so good in this too. All right, so we're doing that. We're gonna add a little bit of mustard. So again, back to the mustard. You guys are gonna start seeing a pattern. Again, I'm a simple chef, and I want you to learn how to make things simple, not hard. So we're just combining all this stuff up, and we're gonna add a little bit of maple syrup. So if you're doing the Whole30 or you don't wanna add extra sugars to your body, that's fine, skip this part. But it's fall. This would go so good with apples and maybe some quinoa over like butternut squash and like roasted Brussels sprouts. Y'all, so good. Don't deprive yourself of a little bit of maple sugar or maple syrup. All right, so I am gonna add a pinch of salt to this, and then I'm gonna just stir it first. So anytime you're using a nut butter as your base, shaking it isn't always the first option because it tends to want to get really, really thick, and you may not get all of the nut butter off the top. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean. The nut butter kind of gets, so look how thick this is now. Can you see that? Like, this isn't a good dressing. So you usually need to add water to these too. So I'm going to add a pinch of salt, and I'm just going to eyeball like 2 tablespoons of water. And then once you have it, again, this takes like 4 seconds. It's not hard. Once you have it in here, you guys can see it's already more runny. You can figure out the consistency. So if you make this on a Sunday and when you made it, it was fine, but now that it's sat in the fridge for a day or 2, the consistency isn't where you want it to be, just add a little bit more water and it'll be fine. But again, this took 2 minutes, so make it the night of if you need to, okay? I was going to show you another one, but you know what? I think this is good. Maple tahini. All of these recipes are on the blog. I will make sure to link to them individually so that you can get them. But I hope this helped demystify making your own salad dressing at home and showing you just how easy it can be so that you are not constantly running out to the store and grabbing stuff that is not going to help build your body with what it needs. So from now on, I want you to think, how can I do this at home? And try it out. If it sucks, then go buy it at the store and don't tell me about it, okay? All right, y'all. So if this was helpful, please share it. I would love for you to visit our blog. Make sure you get on our email list. We're doing a ton of really cool things. Have a great day, and if you have questions, leave them in the comments below.